Don't play games with me. Don't ever think you're capable of that.
Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another Feudal Friday, and life is feudal. Forest Village. Before we jump into Mirefield, did you know charcoal is much more effective than firewood, but is more difficult to get? Build a kiln and hire a kilner to produce charcoal from firewood. You can build several kilns to increase charcoal productivity. Okay, it's more effective than firewood. The question is it more effective at heating the home? Is it more effective for cooking? Does it last longer? Those are the questions I would have, because really I pretty much, as you've heard previously, regard charcoal as something you created the kiln to support cast iron production, and thus the production of high quality tools. So I'm not terribly fussed with the idea of trying to punch up the amount of charcoal in the village just so it's more effective. The one thing I do want to do is we've got a number of folks coming online here at Mirefield. We got 45 adults, 2 teeny boppers, and 5 crumb crunchers. So hopefully in the course of the next year they will all be growed up and we'll pass the 50 citizen mark, or villager mark, whatever you want to say. So let's see here. One thing I see that I think I want to do before I take you on a quick tour, because if you remember the last episode, I know it's been a few days, I actually did some stuff because I was getting kind of frustrated with a couple of things. One, that I couldn't get the stuff deconstructed where I was trying to build the fish farms, and 2, maybe the pacing and the progress of this village has been a little slow. So we're going to try to pick that up. I did do some offline work. I got that the fish farm taken apart, took apart all the ramps and bridges and crap, and so we're back to a stable situation there, and we built some more fish farms to help support the village. You see over here I got 6 people currently working fish farms, but then we've also got 2 additional ones that currently are not staffed. But what I want to do is excuse me, I think build another furnace right now, and let's get that into operation. That's a kiln. This is the furnace. I think we can squeeze it in here, but maybe not so much. No, it's 3x3. All right, so we're going to put it across the street. That'll be a good place for it. And for giggles, we'll turn it sideways so we can just get a different view of how it looks. Although, we'll see how this works out. It may not be the best idea to put this right next to a thatch roof building here, but hopefully nothing will catch fire. Okay, so this will take 10 hay, 50 logs, 10 ore, 20 stone. We've got plenty of everything. We've got 4 people working in a stone mine right now. The things, it looks like we're collecting. Yeah, we're moving into fall. Temperature's falling, as it were. Imagine that, it's fall. Temperature's falling. Genius.
I'm Captain Obvious.
And wait, what? We cannot build. Okay, I see. All right, wait. King. Come on, just a little bit more. It may not fit 3. It says this is 3x3. There we go. And ploppo. There we go. All right, so that'll give us a second furnace to work with. And we've got a builder available to work that construction. Okay, so real quick, let's take a look at what's going on here. Well, let me make sure these fields are in gather mode. So this field is potatoes. Get that all gathered up. And this is more potatoes. Get those all scooped up. Okay, so here was the problem area. Remember I tried to put one of these in facing this way. The builders couldn't get to it. Everything just went janky on me, and it just really, really sucked. So I fiddled around and got you've got to build bridges to get to the end of the pier, of this pier, but not this end of it. It's got to be the other end. This end over here is the base end where the construction takes place. And that way, you can get the things built, or you can get the things torn apart. Okay. But now, what I've learned in some research is you can just keep hooking them up like this. All right. You can keep running them out there. Now, I talked about, and I thought about doing this, but I don't think I'm going to. At least I'm not going to dink around with it here on camera. I like the idea maybe of possibly doing one like this, okay? And see, the walkways are still connected, right? And then I was going to turn and do some like this off of that walkway, because there's no ropes, tying things up from people getting on and off the walkway, like there are the bridges. And that was part of the issue, is you can't walk sideways off a bridge. The people can't walk through the ropes, apparently. So, but if I did it this way, okay, again, construction would take place from that left end. Let me see, that wouldn't be the right spot. It would have to be, well, no, it's saying I can't even build in that area. Oh, you know why? It's just because there's some land that's a little high right there. Anyway, point being, if it were here, I'd have to build a bridge to the left end of it. Okay? So the workers could build it. And you know what? You don't have to, kind of learn my lesson on that deal. I don't want to fool around with it, quite frankly. Anyway, we don't need another fish farm at the moment because we got 2 that are currently not in operation. But over here on this side of the village, hey, we got 6. And these are bringing in some fish. If you look at our numbers, again, in fiddling with this stuff, I ran ahead like a couple of years. Okay? So, full disclosure, it wasn't some miracle overnight thing. It took me a bit to get the construction stuff figured out and get the demolition done that I wanted done. And then I started looking at things and saying, how can I make things more efficient in this village? And why aren't the fish farms bringing in what seems to be a realistic or sufficient amount of fish? Well, the problem is the barns. Okay, so I did have like a fishing pier way over here at this by this road, and that's just totally useless because the people fish and they had to bring the fish all the way back in here to the village, to one of these 2 barns. Okay, so it's inefficient. Efficiency is the key, I have learned, and that is going to be our mantra going forward. All right. So we've got these 6 fish farms here, and then there's the 2 more over here. There's the fishing pier, but we're probably going to decommission that. Point being, if you look now, I've got 500 fish in the inventory, and they're right here in this barn. And then there's tons of meat. Where'd all the meat come from, A-Train? That's a good question, viewer, and that's part of the whole deal of the offline building and stuff, and kicking myself in the backside to make this more entertaining and more educational for you folks. All right, so we've got our fields up here. This is our couple of orchards that we built last time, I believe. All right, now, so that's got a bunch. This one has a bunch. Gosh knows. Now, I'm hoping these guys are going to be able to pull these out faster because instead of having to go into this barn, they can go zip to this barn. And you can see there's a bunch of vegetables probably coming out of this field here because it's closer, right? And then the orchards are right next door to them, okay? The one thing I think I might have to do here that I'm looking and I don't see offhand is maybe put a well in a better location. This one is a little bit further away. There should probably be one right here-ish, right here in the neighborhood, a little closer. Yeah, or maybe right here. Somewhere in here or at this end of it, there should be a well. And if it's going to be anywhere, it should probably be on this end, since the farmers probably live in maybe one of these houses here. There's a gardener. Okay, the gardeners are the ones who work the orchards, I believe. Farmers work the farms, gardeners work the orchards. Okay, let's see if we can find one of them at work. Where's Om? Oh, he's carrying food to the house. Never mind, as you were. Okay, so now I mentioned that I got rid of this fishing hut over here. We have a mine over here, and heck, we've got a little civilization going over here. All right, so here's a stone quarry, and we're trying to rack up some stone. Here's the thing, though. We're going to put in for a new, some new construction here. So let me pull one person out of the mine. I'm not sure if I measured this out or not. So I built a barn over here. This barn, as you can see, is collecting meat and hides from the hunters in this hunting cabin. Oh, imagine that. All right. And they live right here. Imagine that. You got foresters and hunters living right next to where they work, which makes it super efficient for them to get to and from, you know, the job. We're going to switch this one over to planting mode. Okay. We've got tons of logs, and it's just the production has gone up immensely. All right. Since I had this, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Epiphany, or this eureka moment. All right, let's look at storage and look at a warehouse, and flip it around the other way, and then maybe see if we can put it right next to. Oh, wait, aha! We can put it right there. Are we right up against the road? I think we are. Ah, no. It slipped away. Yeah, there we go. Let's drop it right there. Stop, drop, and roll, fool. All right, cool. All right, that will give us a warehouse, which now will support forestry and the stone quarry over here on this side of town. All right, so when these folks collect their stuff, boom, they go right there, drop it off, back to work, back home, which is right next door, and they're good to go. Okay, now over on this side of town, we got a nice house going, and these folks are hunters, gardener, farmers, right? Okay, so they're pretty close to their jobs. All right, actually the gardeners aren't terribly close because the orchards are over. Yeah, it's not far. It's not too bad. Now, there's a hunting cabin right here, and that's where those hunters are living. All right. Also, actually, no, there's no also beyond that. This is where I was looking to build another one of these forester's lodges. So what I may do is move the forester's lodge over here and then build a warehouse over here, because we do have a mine right here. This is the ore mine. Yeah. So, and it's got a lot in it to collect. But we do have a warehouse right here that I built to help support that operation. Okay. So this warehouse will support the ore. It'll support the logging from this Forester's Lodge. And I don't think there's any other resource gathering going on up here. Now here's a hunter's cabin, right? And I think we got to gather. No, this is there's a shack.
I'm Shaq.
And those are where the 3 hunters live. So they're right next door to work. Then we have a house here. Okay. And it's a small house. It's improved, and they're expecting a baby. This is good news. All right. Now, here's the new thing. Caravan stables. Hooray. Okay. So, built one of these. These have the donkeys, and then you have to have a caravaner for each trade route you set up. And you can do 8 routes based on 1 caravan stables. So what you do here, this is really cool stuff. You click on this, and this shows basically all the resources, right? Basically, to set up a route, you're going to, you're going to add a route here. This is your route list. Oh, wait. I need to Select a building. Oh, that's where you transfer the donkeys. We're not going to transfer donkeys. We're not going to transfer donkeys. We're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Thank you. All right. So say we want to move something from one place to the other. So there's materials. Here's food. Here's all. All right. There's a bunch of stuff here. Say we want to move some clothing. All right. So now we click on a storage to pick up resources. Let's see. I think all the clothing is right here. And then we click on a storage to deliver resources. We're going to deliver it up here. All right. So see there, it's forward, and you can pause this stuff. Okay. Player pause the route. So in this case, we're going to pause this route because we got 5,000 meat, right? There's a bunch here. That's almost 3,000 of it. All right. So that's a good location. And then there's a bunch right here. That's 1,700. Plus, all the fish is basically right here. I figure if you've either got fish or meat, you're in good shape, right? You one or the other. You don't necessarily need both. And then this one over here has 485. It's only supporting that one improved cabin, improved shack. So they don't need a ton there. And then if necessary, we'll set up a route to move more meat. But they're going to be bringing meat in because they have the hunting cabin right here. Okay? So we've just created a new transport route. And I'm only going to run it once. It's probably going to clean this out. What I may look to do is build a second Weaver's Workshop right next to this one. And that way, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do it right there. Anyway, I may build a second Weaver's Workshop. That way we can increase the clothing production. Although we have plenty of hides, we have a good amount of flax. We're continuing to grow. We grew grass in this field. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is I'm not sure if the caravan stables utilize oats or hay for food for the donkeys. Okay, and maybe neither is required, but something's going to be required. So I'm going to keep an eye on the oats because that could be an issue. Anyway, all right, so that's kind of what's happened here in Mirefield to get things caught up. And we're going to get rolling here with, let's see. I'm going to take, we've got firewood in good shape. We're going to take 2 people out of firewood. We're going to put a second kilner on. Okay. So that'll get that active. And then as soon as this other furnace gets built, we'll put that extra worker on it. Oh, wait, you know what? Right now we can put a couple people actually getting stuff built because we've got a warehouse to build too. All right. So let's punch it and start rocking and rolling here. So I think I think that the proof is in the pudding up here. The number of logs is up, the amount of fish is up, the amount of meat is up, the amount of hides is up. Everything is up, right? Because we've increased efficiency. You can see the donkey making the run. Wait, pause. I think basically we hauled all the clothing. Okay, there's 30. You know what? That's perfect. That's plenty. All right, very good. Let me put that route on hold. There we go. Now, notice it still counts against us. If we want to get rid of it, we just click this red X. Boom, it gets rid of it. So the only thing we're running right now was hides. And I think we've cleaned all of these hides out. Yeah. So again, here's part of the efficiency aspect of this. We want to move the hides from the barns that are receiving barns, all right? And that's where they are receiving the materials in from the field. And we want to ship them to the barns where they are set up to utilize them. So the hides need to be right here because it's right across from the Weaver's Workshop, all right? So we'll set up a new transport route here. Let's go to the caravan stables. And we're going to set up a route to move hides, which are right here. Alright, it's saying from where, that's going to be here, to where, that's going to be here. Boom. And now we got a new transport route created. Alright, so that will get them busy. Alright, and they're not moving the clothing. You know what? Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll keep those active for now. I don't know why. We don't need 2 of 5. We only need 1 of 5. Whoops, wait. No, we don't need... We only need 1 person, though, running the show. All right, very good. Okay, let's kick it back into gear here. Oh, you know what? I do have a building is almost full. Well, yeah, I know this. Now, let's look at that and say, okay, what could we possibly move here? We could transfer something. You know, I think what we could do is transfer the vegetables. That might be a good idea. We got a bunch of road building going on, too. Yeah, I know, it's almost full. Yeah, let's move the vegetables. That'll help square that away a little bit, balance the load out a little bit. Yeah, I see it. I got it. All right, cool. All right, we're going to do vegetables. We're going to move from here to here. There we go. Make it so. All right, now this is built. So we only have like the warehouse being built right now. So now we have a second person working a furnace, and that'll be good because now we'll convert charcoal faster since we've got 2 people working the kilns, and we'll also convert that to cast iron faster. All right, so that should work out. All right, they're giving us the alert that the fields, you know, temperatures are dropping. But notice, this is a pretty good sized field. This one's pretty efficient. This, oh my gosh, get it in, folks. Jeez, we're gonna lose a bunch of that. Yeah, we're gonna lose quite a bit. Here comes 32 degrees, and boom, boom, and there it goes. Toast, goodbye. All right, so now we're into the freeze. Where do we stand with food? I'm actually pretty happy with this. We've got basically, so we've got 50-something mouths to feed, right? We got 411 fish, 5,200 plus meat. So we've got, what, almost 5,700 in the protein department. And we got over 6,400 vegetables and fruit. So that's good. All right, so now that means we can take these people out of the orchards and these people out of the fields, which now this is a new field that's under construction. Actually, that field's done. So we're going to assign this one, and I just I'm thinking grass is going to be what we grow here. I'm thinking this is going to be utility field to support this barn and support this area up here. And I think grass is what they're going to need over here. I think that's what it's going to come down to. All right. Let me just get rid of this. We're moving meat. We're moving vegetables, and we're moving hides. Very good. All right. So where do we stand? Okay, it's still not built. They're working on it, though. Should be close. Or maybe not. Maybe it's got a ways to go. All right, so we're in a winter. We've got a bunch of people available. We need, let's put 4th person there. Let's put 4 people there. Let's put 4 people here. In fact, let's put an extra in these 2. Now that will increase the chance we're going to lose somebody, simply because working in the mines is a tough business and it's very dangerous. But here we're going to get this warehouse completed, and then we will have the miners bringing their stuff there. The stone will come here. and so will the logs coming from that forestry lodge. All right. So we got kids growing up. This is good. We got a baby that was born. We got a good amount of construction materials. If they just get this, where, you know what, I think part of the issue is it is a little bit of a distance from, you know, probably where the builder lives. All right. So, and it's winter, that complicates things, and I get it. All right. So here we go. 6, 7, 8. I didn't. This is one of the base buildings. You know, I wouldn't think that's terribly complicated. Okay, well, we're up to 7. This is going well. Oh, kill the bear. Yay, there's hides. But they got to carry him all the way back over because, well, they got to carry him to the barn. So this barn just picked up some more hides. Yeah, 32. All right. I'm liking it. All right, are we back here? Andes is grown up and ready to study. 8 of 9. And presto. Are we done? We done? Can we finish? Yeah, there we are. All right, beauty. Now we can take that person out. And the warehouse here. Now, they're not going to get any logs right away because of the simple fact that these guys are in growth, they're in planting mode as opposed to you know, collection mode. And we can get some logs into the village here. I don't know, we may want to wait a little bit. We've got a few of these big trees growing right over here, but there's a couple of others. That's a little additional we can pick up. Heck with it. Let's go ahead and clear them out. The baby's been born. Hooray. Let's get this. Yeah, look at that. There's like 100 and... That's a lot of trees. All right, let's increase the priority on that. All right, so that'll get that taken care of in short order, we hope. Now, firewood is becoming an issue. All right, so now we're going to go to 3 people there. We're going to take 2 people off the kilner to balance it out. Teenage Oliver has grown up, is ready to work. Oliver, go break rocks. All right. Dang, we're down to 109 firewood. That's a little disturbing. Oh, you know what? We got room for another couple of people, though, because we have a separate... stonemason died of old age. Darn. Sorry, dude. Okay, we've got another lumberjack's lodge up here on the hill. So we've put 2 people to work up there. We've got a lot of people working the firewood issue at the moment. So that'll help bounce that number back up pretty quick. It goes down a little bit, then it jumps back up. And though this is not as efficient as the sawmill, we will upgrade it eventually. So I think this is kind of like the core idea, really, probably of the game, right? It's you can create a huge village, but what you have to do is kind of create villages within the village. And let me kind of explain how that craziness sorts out.
That don't make no sense.
Is you want efficiency in everything you do, all right? And so if you're growing, you know, crops, you want them near a barn, but then you need to have houses nearby that, you know, the people live in that not only work the fields, but then they can get their food from the barn. Have the caravanners to run stuff around here, there, and everywhere where it's needed. Have your lumber production going. We're in the late winter. Firewood numbers are, they're still kind of dicey. Not real thrilled with this. Kind of expected our people would be able to keep up better with the demand. But the temperature's coming up, so that's good. Yeah, it's coming up, and the amount is coming up. We're all, running short on fruit. That's okay. We got plenty of vegetables to back it up. Plenty of fish, plenty of meat. Things are looking good in that regard. We may look at when things start to thaw out here, because I want to see the road structure. I want to kind of plan some stuff for this portion over here of the village. And what I may look at doing is once we free someone up from the mines, I think we're going to get rid of this this fishing dock. In fact, let's look at doing that right now. Okay, there's no charcoal, so these people have no reason to be there. But this guy, we need tools. All right, so let's get a blacksmith working. That frees up somebody. Oh, we're going to autosave. Oh, the temperature dropped back down again. All right, we're going to get rid of this fishing dock because we're getting all our fish from the... yeah, there we go. We're getting all our fish from the fish farms. And they're just zip right there and boom, they're good to go. All right. Now, why are we getting rid of the fishing dock, A-Train? Well, I just kind of explained that in part, but also, I think we'll maybe raise some of this up here. Or maybe create a little extension of the land in this area here. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm also looking at, let's take a look right over here. And again, I can't see because it's the roads are under there somewhere. And now, okay, now the sun's come out. Now we're going to get our thaw. There's 30 degrees. Here comes 32. That's going to come, and then things are going to start thawing. Here comes the thaw. Okay, very good. I'm not sure if we're good yet, but we'll go ahead and stop there. All right. Let's take the people out of the clay and out of the ore mines. Staff the fields with those 12 people. All right, there. That leaves nobody left, and we need a builder. Huh. Okay, we're going to go ahead then and pull. Let's pull 2 more people out of the stone mine, and that'll balance that out. Okay. The thing I wanted to look at here is, oh, okay, there's the path. All right, the road's right here. Okay, I'm thinking municipal building, maybe we need a school. And that might fit right nicely into this space right there. Now let's see which way it faces. It faces this way. Okay, we can't get any closer to the path. Can we get any farther over here? Well, that drops us down. Okay. Let's see what we got materials-wise. 70 clay, 130 hay, 390 logs, 230 ore, and 200 stone. 1 unit of terraforming and 40 units of labor. It's going to take 5 builders. We'll clear out the stone mines. And what this will do is then our children can go to school, and then they're more efficient adults. They're more productive members of society. So let's queue this up for building. Now, one thing we could do is just pause it. All right? But it wants 5 builders. I don't think we're going to get 5 builders for it. We could, but that would basically, we'd have to drag people off of every other job in the village. I'm going to take people off other jobs in the village. All right, so there's 4, there's 5. Okay, let's kick it and see what we can get done here. There's the terraforming. Okay, very good. Kind of made a neat little ridge around it there. I wonder if I can put any roads leading into it. Oh, I don't think so because it's a square. I mean, it looks like there's space there, but there's not. Otherwise, I would put a road like right there. But you really can't because, well, you know, it's part of the bigger square of space that it takes up. So cool. We got a school underway. We're really pulling in meat. That makes me very happy that we've got that now squared away and is going well. And okay, so we cleared out those logs, so we're good there. We're going to go ahead and drop down maybe the number here. We're past the crisis point as far as firewood is concerned. It looks like the dock has been disassembled. This is good. I don't know if I want to fiddle around with terraforming or not. Okay, I can see I've got roads down this backside of the village over here. That's good. That's a direct route all the way up here, and then it comes all the way back over here too. So you can go down either side of the row of houses, and then I think, yeah, once you get down to this point, then there's a path to cut across. Let's see if I can widen that, or if it is, nope, that's only one wide. And then we can just run it across like that, and boom. I don't, whoops, oh, wait. Oh, look there, we can connect it through there too. That would be good. Oh, that puts it right out front of the other barn. I'm surprised I hadn't done that already. What was I thinking?
I pity the fool.
Okay, so that's what our two laborers are doing. Meanwhile, the school, supplies are being stacked up because school supplies. Everything's there except the hay, and the hay is there, and now stone. So now they got to haul the stone. And there's donkeys running around. Let's check kind of our progress here. We've moved all the vegetables out of this barn. That's good. And we've moved them over to this barn. So that's kind of centrally located. And that works out. Okay. So with that working out, we no longer need this route. And then I think we've got the hides. They'll just continue moving the hides. So that works out as well. Let's see if we got some. Oh, they're going to be in the barn right here. Yeah, there's a few. That's okay. Let's see maybe if there's some up here now. Yeah, there's some up there. We'll shift it back and forth maybe. And just move, a little here, a little there. All right, now notice the trees are really starting to grow back up. So we'll give that a little longer. We're in the late spring. This is good. And the school's under construction. We're going to have kiddies going to school soon. Almost done. Which means we're going to have to tie somebody up in the full-time position of a teacher. And pretty soon we should have somebody available because we got 6 teenagers. And boom, it's done. Hooray. Okay, so we're going to assign a teacher. There we go. And we'll pull these people back out of working there. And now we've got to put them to work in the mines. We've got to recover our building materials. Firewood's coming back up. We can free somebody up from that. I think, in fact, what I'm going to do is try to balance it just a little bit. We're not using this Lumberjack's Lodge. That was our emergency one. So we'll probably get rid of it. Maybe put another blacksmith's shop there to help with tools. 2 out of 3 are in the sawmill, which means there should be 2 up the hill working in this right here. Yep. Okay, so that's balanced. That's what I wanted to see. I'll go ahead and let them keep working because I want to balance the load of firewood and have a good number of it, good amount of it available. Oh, you know what? Thinking about it, let's check real quick what would be the upgrade cost here. Yeah, we don't have enough logs to upgrade. We're about to, I think we're going to shift one of the lodges back over. That one looks pretty good. This one over here is looking pretty good too. We did some, culling of the trees. Okay, we'll go ahead and set that one up there. And we have our school up and running. So I'm kind of liking where we're going with Mirefield now. And now we got an autosave. And with that, I think we're going to wrap up this episode of Feudal Friday with Life is Feudal Forest Village, now available on Steam. Link in the description below. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope now maybe your interest is a little more piqued because we got a little more going on here in Mirefield. Give us a like if you would. We appreciate it. We appreciate you stopping by. Share with your friends. Let them know about Life is Feudal Forest Village. And check out some of the other videos we have going on the channel. New content coming a couple, 3-4 times a week. So make sure to subscribe for more great content coming soon. We appreciate you. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care wherever you are. I'm A-Train. It's over, and I'm out.